A very good morning to sir and everyone. So now we are going to present chapter 8 and we are from group 8. So now I'll present the first part. So basically it's about presentation. So the core principle of presentation. A salesperson must master the art of creating an effective sales presentation, which is not boring but interesting, that could successfully draws the customer's attention. So while presenting we have to have fun in presenting our product, not just very boring that makes the customer lose interest and even doesn't have interest in wanting to know more about our product. So there are three presentation methods mentioned here, which is first, prior knowledge of customer, second, sales core objective, and the third one is customer benefit plan. So this will explain furthermore in the back, so I'll skip for now. And we will see that ethical service built through relationship, which by presenting honestly and sincerely about our product to customer, it will build through relationship because the customer trust us, they believe in what we present are true and mention our product, not just their benefit but also the cons of the product, so that customer have the choice to choose whether they want to accept the cons of this product or not. So I think through honesty, I think customer will accept and trust in our product. So what is the sales presentation? It is stated here, completely and clearly explain all aspects of salesperson proposition as it relates to buyer needs. And actually is to present our product to buyer based on what buyers need. And to present we present it based on the customer needs, not that I sell the product just because I want to get profit, but also we have to see what is the customer's need. So there are various forms of sales presentation and discussion. Stated here, there are 5, which is the first one, salesperson to buyer, maybe one-on-one, one-on-two, a small group. The second is salesperson to buyer group, maybe 1 or 2 salesperson to a group. A group contain 3 to 4 or more buyer listening to the presentation of 1 or 2 salesperson. The third one is sales team to buyer group, which is group to group. A few salesperson, which is a team, will take turns to present to a buyer group, which contain much more people. And the fourth is conference selling, which is, we all know what is a conference. And through conference, salesperson can sell their product through the audience. And the fourth is seminar selling, which is much more bigger than conference. And salesperson is standing in front to present their product to the crowd, the seminar's audience. So these are the methods mentioned just now, 3 methods. So we have to select one according to our prior knowledge of customer, which is we have to select a right method to present based on the first one is prior knowledge of customer. If we already know the customer, means that what is the need, what is the problems that they face. So we choose our sales presentation method. Second is sales core objective. So if we have already know why are we selling to them, why is it that I choose this customer to present my product, so we have to choose another presentation method. The third one is customer benefit plan, which is we have to already know what the customer need and what this product can bring benefit to customer. So we have to choose another sales presentation according to this criteria to present our product to customer. So these are the approaches used by salesperson to present their product to the customers. So now imagine that I am the person who wanted to sell candy to others. So now I'm holding a candy standing in the mall. So I saw okay. So the first step, prospect customer, which is I'm seeking to see which one is my target customer. So now I'm holding the candy. So I saw parents bringing their kids walking in front of me. So I decided to go there. I just decided to go in front of them. And the second is the first is I see the parents bringing their kids out. Second is pre-approach planning. So I'll have in my mind what is the sales presentation method I'm going to use to convince these parents to buy my candy. The third is approach. So I decided to walk. After I've planned what method to use, I walk in front and approach this parent so that I'm trying to convince them they can buy my candy. And the fourth is presentation. Presentation based on product sales, the benefits, the features, the profit that the candy can bring, marketing sales, or business proposition sales, which is 3 different types of presentation. So I'll present my candy to these parents. The fifth step is trial close. Okay, so now I've presented my candy. I tell the parents that this candy can boost the immune system of the kids, and it is low in it is very healthy and different from other candies. So trial close is that I'm trying to ask if to see their reaction to determine whether they are interested in this to buying my candy. And the sixth is determine objections. Like if they are not interested in my candy, I'll try to find out why they are not interested in my candy. Try to ask why that they reject my sales presentation. Second is meet objection. The 7 is meet objection, which is am I able to meet the objective or no? Am I able to meet the things that make them not interested to be able to convince them? 8 is trial close. If I'm able to convince, then I'll try to ask them, are you going to buy my candy? And the 9 is close. If they're interested, they'll buy. If they're not interested, they'll just walk away. So the 10 is follow-up and service. If they've already bought my product, I'll just get some details from them, after they have already decided to buy my product, use my product already, I'll ask the feedback, how is it? And after sales service, or maybe if they order more, I'll bring my product to courier to send to them until their home address, so that they don't have to visit my physical shop to buy the candy again. So these are for these 10 steps. And the last slide that I'm going to present is that salesperson might fail numerous situations. So it is better for us to know what is the best method to use in different situations. There are 4 major forms actually. First is memorize, which is I've already memorized all the benefits of my product. What is the features? What is the benefit? What is the things all that I have to present to my customer? I've already know my product full well. The product knowledge of mine is very good. Second is formula, which is that I know that what is the thing made of, and what can I say to convince the customer to buy my product? Third one is need satisfaction, which is I know this customer's need and I'm trying to sell my product according to what the customer need and to satisfy their need. And the fourth is problem solution, as we know the customer's problem that they are facing, so can just sell the product to them and help them to solve the problem and provide a solution for them, and by using our product that we sell to solve their problems. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nurhana Anis binti Taufik Effendi. My metric number is 252871. I will present about the structure of sales presentations. The first one is memorized selling. Memorized selling means that the salesperson will tell the accurate information about the product or use the best technique, and this will make the customer repeat to purchase the product. The next one is formula selling. Formula selling is using IDA concept that stand for attention, interest, desire, and action. Then need satisfaction selling. This means that the salesperson prepares a presentation and pitch in order to satisfy customer needs. And the last one is problem solution selling. This means that the salesperson discover or diagnose what the buyer needs. Okay, we will go to the next part. That is about memorized sales presentation participation time by customer and salesperson.
Okay, based on two assumptions. The first one, the prospect needs can be stimulated by exposing to product, and the prospect already interested and made effort to seek out. They will ask about the feature, the benefits, the advantages of the product. And next one is the salesperson role. Their role is to develop initial interest into eventual sale. Okay, as we can see on the diagram, it shows that 80 to 90% of the talking of the salesperson, which does not attempt to determine prospects.
As we can see there are approach, presentation, and close. Approach is like a product approach or control sales interaction. The presentation is about the salesperson doing demonstration product to their customer, and the close can be defined as the finalize the sale. The next one is why choose the memorized sales presentation method. Firstly, is to ensure salesperson give well presentation. Secondly, to ensure all of company salesperson discuss the same information. And the last one is enhance confidence to inexperienced sales people. This means that they help and give trust to salesperson that not have experience. And all of this will be effective when selling time is short, like door-to-door, or product which is non-technical, like cosmetics. Okay, we go to the disadvantages to memorize sales presentation. The first one is present facts that may not be important to buyer. Facts stand for features, advantages, and benefits. Secondly, to allow for little prospect participation. Then, it's impractical to use when selling technical product that require prospect input and discussion. And the last one, the requires salesperson to proceed quickly through sales presentation to the close. Okay. The next part is the case study. The case study is about dyno electric cart, which we can see is about golf cart. Okay, the users is for transportation around building and ground of manufacturing or industrial plants. The benefits are to save time, save energy, fast and rapid transportation. Okay. The firstly, okay, the next part is about dyno electric car memorized presentation. Dyno electric car is like golf cart. Their uses is for transportation around building and ground of manufacturing or industrial plants. The benefits are to save time, save energy, and the product is fast transportation. Okay. From the conversation between the buyer and salesperson, the buyer said that the product is expensive, and the salesperson told him that the price is only about 2,200 ringgit. They will pay 400 ringgit per year and 50 ringgit a month. And from this conversation, we can see that the salesperson is using the creative pricing. And the next one is a buyer said that what if management not agree if he buy the golf cart? And the salesperson persuade and convince him that the management will agree and appreciate him because the product have so many benefits. And also the salesperson wants to doing demonstration about the product to the buyer, and the buyer lastly agree with him. So from this, we can say that the salesperson is doing a very good presentation and the best technique to persuade the buyer to purchase their product. For the last one is about participation time by a customer and salesperson during a formal sales presentation. As we can see on the graph, there are salesperson talking time and customer talking time. Okay, and as we can see, the sales presentation time, they have three. It's approach, presentation, and close. Approach is like selling interaction between buyer and salesperson, and for product approach. The next one is presentation. Presentation is like demonstration by salesperson to the buyer about the product. And for the close, the close can be defined as the salesperson diagnose and ask the buyer what is their problem, and the salesperson solve the buyer's problem. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I'm going to continue presentation from my friend. So I will present with a part which is why choose formula sales presentation method. This is because we are going to contact similar prospect in similar situation, know something about the prospect, which is know something in more details, have call on prospect in past. We want to ensure all information is presented with logically, and we want to have a reasonable amount of buyer-seller interaction. Besides that, Why we choose the formula sale presentation method? Because we want to allow for smooth handling of anticipated question and objection. There are two types of product that work with this method, which is firstly is consumer goods. Consumer goods is item that purchased by consumer or characterized by short-term use. Okay, for example, food, entertainment, and personal care. And secondly is pharmaceutical goods. It involved with health good. For example, commonly we know as medicine or drugs. Okay, next, why not to choose the formula sale presentation method? Because we do not know the prospect needs, see a need for the prospect to talk more, and have a complex selling situation. Firstly is selling a technical product. Selling a technical product is involved with addressing the customer needs and not reciting memorized talking point about item. For example, a smartphone salesperson might ask what the customer intend to do with the smartphone. And for the second is selling to a group. Okay, selling to a group is more to we as a salesperson need to find the people who we have to impress the most. Okay, for this table, it can be concluded that there are a few formula steps, which is summarize the situation for attention and interest, state your marketing plan for interest, explain your marketing plan for interest and desire, buyer appear to be in conviction stage, and salesperson need to suggest an easy next action whether they want to purchase it or not. Okay, we can see that they have given an example from the case study that we have do it before, which is case study 7.1. From the situation, we know that this is why not to choose the formula sales presentation method. So participation time by customer and salesperson during need satisfaction and problem solution sales presentation. For salesperson, talking time, it involves with need development, need awareness, need satisfaction, and customer talking time is approach, presentation, and close. Close is involved with buyer, whether they want to purchase it or not. Why choose the need satisfaction sales presentation method? Okay, actually, need satisfaction method is related with salesperson talking time. So, why we need to choose this method? Because we need a flexible and interactive sales presentation, need to uncover needs by asking question, need the prospect to talk about his needs, and we use this method. And if we use this method for the first time, we call on a prospect. But if you come back for a second time, you would use formula sales presentation method. Okay, formula sales presentation method that I have mentioned earlier, that related with similar product in similar situation. That is a sales presentation method. Okay, so we go to the example of product types that work with this method, which is system, high price good or service, and the financial services.
Hi, I'm going to continue with the next slide. Next is why not to choose the need satisfaction sales presentation method. This is because it's need more control over conversation, which is since this tactic of presentation method typically starts by a salesperson with a probing question. The second is Phil should not ask too many questions, because sometimes as a salesperson we need to ask more questions to determine whether any of the product being offered are suitable or not with their problem, which is with the prospect problem. And the last one is are new to the sales profession, because sometimes we are still new in our this profession. Next, the need satisfaction presentation phases. The first 50 to 60% of the conversation of the time referred as the need development phase, which is the conversation is more focused on discuss the buyer's need. Once aware of the prospect needs, it moves to the need awareness phase, which is the second stage. The salesperson begins to take control of the conversation by restating the prospect needs and clarify the situation. The last one is need fulfillment phase, which is the last stage. During this stage, the salesperson shows how the product will satisfy the mutual needs. Next, need satisfaction presentation. So based on this conversation, we can see that in this conversation, the salesperson selling the Dino electric cards begin the interview with the prospect by using the planned series of questions to uncover problems and determine whether the prospect is interested or not in solving them. So based on this conversation, in the first conversation, the salesperson has said, have your executive ever complained about having to do all that walking, which show the need development phase. And then next, the salesperson saying that it sounds as if your executive are interested in reducing their travel time and not having their exert so much energy. By doing so, doesn't it seem that they will get to the plan as they need to, saving them time and energy and saving the company money? So this shows that the second stage, which is the salesperson started to clarify the situation, which is what is the exactly problem that faced by the buyers. Next, at the last point, showing the need fulfillment phase in this conversation, which is if I could show you how to save your executive time in getting to and from that time, would you be interested? This showing that the last stage, which is the salesperson started to show how the product will satisfy the mutual needs. Okay, next. Okay, why we choose the problem solution sales presentations? Okay, because we are selling the highly complex or technical product, for example, like such insurance, industrial equipment. So we choose this because we are required to make a several sales call to the develop detailed in-depth analysis of a prospect need, which is we need to know exactly what the features product requirement by our prospect design and which solution are more suitable to the prospect need. Then after complete the analysis, then the salesperson will arrive at the solution, the problem that need to use the oral presentation, which is the oral presentation need a flexible customized presentation based on the findings. Okay, next, this is the problem solution presentation 6 steps. There are 6 steps in the problem solution presentation. which is the first one is step one is convincing the prospect to allow salesperson to conduct the analysis. Step 2 is making actual analysis. Step 3 is agreeing on problem and determine the buyers want to solve a problem. Step 4 is preparing the proposal for a solution to prospect needs. And step 5, preparing sales presentations based on the analysis and proposal. Step 6 is making a sales presentation. So the problem presentation is flexible, customized approach involving an in-depth study of prospect needs. It requires a well plan of your presentation. Usually both type of presentation, which is need satisfaction and problem solution, will use when it's necessary to present the proposal group of individual.
What is the best presentation method? Each of these methods is the best one when properly meshed with the situation. So in order to improve the sales, we should understand and be able to use each method based on the situation. The first one is memorize. This is used when time is short and the product is more simple. And the second one is by using a formula. This formula selling effective in a repeat purchases and is really suitable when we already know the needs of the prospect. The third one is need satisfaction, which is the most appropriate when we must gather information from the prospect. For example, it's usually happen in industrial product. The last one is problem solutions. It is an excellent method for selling high cost of technical product or service, especially system selling involving several sales and a call business propositions. Next, I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Poitra Devi Parmasivan 259392. I am here to represent Group 8 to continue present Chapter 8. First of all, we should understand how to give a proper presentation to a group of decision maker or a prospect. Our presentation should make the decision maker more clear on what they want to take decision, whether it's about a product or service. We should make our presentation flexibility so our presentation understand well to them. We have to know here the larger the group, the more structure of presentation must be. So for give a structured presentation, we should provide a question and answer period at end or during presentation. By provide a question and answer period here, the audience or also decision maker will have many questions and will want to know more about our presentation or about our company. So in this session, the decision maker or prospect will be exposed their questions so they can get a clear and better understanding about our company or about in our presentation. The group presentation will be continued by give a proper introduction. The group presentation will be continued here. When we are presenting, our content is very important, such as give a proper introduction about us by state our name, company and proposal. What is our aim of the proposal? What we want to give to them? What we are going to explaining to them. So we should give a proper introduction to them. So next we should give a brief history of our company. This will build confidence to the decision maker to proceed with our presentation. Then we must provide an account list for them, for the decision maker to understand well about our company. Here we have to state our competitive advantages also. Besides having a competitor,
benefits a company. Here we should elaborate to them about our company relative stance to the competitor. Furthermore, we should give a quality assurance about our company at first. Cause this is because this will make the decision maker trust on our assurance, and guarantees will be given at the beginning of the company, so the decision maker won't worry more about our company. Next, the cater to the group's behavioral style. Here we should determine the overall dominant style in order to hold their attention. Get people involved. The proposal, no prices, summarize the benefit. We should summarize what our company will give to the decision maker. What are the benefits that if the decision maker wants to make a business deal with us? So what are the benefits we want to give? So here we can make them more understood and understand of our company's benefits to them. Okay, then we want to present about negotiation. First of all, we should understand why negotiation can be an important part of the presentation. Here there are many negotiating styles. I would like to present about the negotiating styles here first. So first of all, cooperative. Cooperative it implies a win-lose situation because the involved parties have opposing interests. So like it will be more to a win-lose situation. So it's like these parties will be more interest to bargain a product, like, so it also known as a soft bargaining based on a win-win mentality, which is based on mutual interest to reach a common goal. So this is about a cooperative style. It's also more flexible to deal with the customer or also between the buyer and sellers. So next will be the competitive style. Competitive style is also called as adversarial, positional, and a hard bargaining. This will apply when resources are limited. So it will mostly implies a win-lose situation because its involved parties have opposing interests. So this will be like this is a competitive, like it's a demand. The product will be demanded. So this will be the happen when the resources are limited. So this negotiate will be exposed by. Next will be attitudinal. Attitudinal negotiation style is like depends on the customer attitude as how they are interested to buy a product. Then organizational. Organizational is by giving a questionnaire and ask respondent to recall their past negotiation. It's a company or a organization. It will be like what are the customer or a seller is bargaining about their product. So by this, the organization will recall their past negotiation. Then they can evaluate about the negotiation style. Next is personal. As we know, if we are going to buy a product or anything, we will usually bargain to them at first. If the prices are not if the prices is not equivalent to us, so we will start bargaining and negotiate to them. So personal is normally about an individual communication styles. However, an experienced salesperson will negotiate in a way that achieves satisfaction for both parties. Here, phases of negotiation. We have to plan first how our company compares with the competition. So we have to know how a company will be planned to do a negotiation, how much they will negotiate this product. So we must determine, we should plan, we should understand, and we should compare. If our competitor company, how should they will be negotiate this product, and we have to compare with their. Next, we have to compare with their Next, we have to build a relationship that is the negotiation process. Here we have to meet and ease the negotiation process by build a good relationship between the buyer and sellers. Next is studying. Look for benefit you can provide. We can give a benefit, like we can give an explanation of benefit, like we can tell more about the product by we are giving this promotion, or we are giving this giveaway, and by giving some buy one free one, like that. We buy a product, if the price is high and demanded, some of the buyers will come and negotiate, and when negotiate time we should look for the better benefit of that product. That is not like that our competitor also don't know what are the benefit, like that. Proposing. What you do in the presentation sets the stage for what may come later. So our proposing will be set in our later. In the sales presentation our sales presentation is going very high tech. So by video conferencing, computer hardware and software, sales presentation is everywhere. Like we should present our sales in this type of high tech. Next, we should understand and also select the best presentation method that we can be approached. So by know which method to use before and developing the presentation, we have to plan the presentation at first. Then select the approach, how we want to approach, how we should approach the decision maker, and also the opening we are giving to them about the product and the price and the benefit we want to give to them. We have to select which are the best alternative way, and also which are the best and good that we can explain to them. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, good day everyone. I will be your last presenter for chapter 8. Okay, before that, my name is Muhammad Shamil Khan bin Ahmad Sufyan. Let's move on to this topic. Okay, critical element that enhance rate of success during any type of sales presentation. There are going to be four elements that is very important. If you have this all element inside your pocket, it is gonna be a successful sales presentation. Okay, for the first element is questioning. What is questioning? It says here it enables learning, allow customer to share critical information with you. Why did it say it enables learning? It is because when you do a sales presentation, it must be in a two-way communication, not just a one-way presentation and a boring one. We do not want that. So it needs to be in a two-way communication. It enables learning because whenever you are questioning something, they will learn from you. Your prospect, your buyer, your customer, they will learn something from you. And whenever they give you feedback, they answer for you. They will give you critical information. They will give you critical ideas. They will give you what they want, what they need for their product. No, for your product and also all your services. What they need, what they want that could satisfy them in the future. This will benefit you, your company, and also it will benefit them. Okay, next it will demonstrate your interest in customer. It shows that you are really interested in them by giving them question. Moving on, it is a listening. It allows you to engage with buyer, allows salesperson to develop a solution that matches a buyer's need. When there is a two-way communication, of course, you need to listen. Listen is very important, listening, because it also demonstrates that you are interested with them. It shows that you are really a responsible salesperson. You are a professional salesperson. You need to listen. Listen of every words, every expression that they give you by saying that, oh, we need this, we need that. I think it is best to have this on your product. I think it is best to have this on your service. So it is very important for what the buyer, the prospect, the customer wants from our product and services. They will give you the answer, and it is up for your team to develop a solution for the problems. Okay, great speech. Salespeople practice listening skill by what? The first thing is they taking notes, jot down all the notes, all the ideas, all the what you say, all the needs by the customer, and also interpreting buyer's nonverbal message and body language. You must know how to interpret their facial expression, their intonation, their body language, their feelings, their emotion. You need to know why are this man is looking like this, why is he making this sound, why is his body is looking like this, and so on. Why is he doing that, why is he doing that with his feet? Is it boring, is it annoying? Because you must know, whenever recognize customer feeling and emotion, you must know if the story or if the thing that you are saying, it is good for him, or is it very impossible to understand, or is it boring, or is it annoying? Because you don't know, that's why you need to have this skill to know what does your customer is thinking, saying. Are they angry? Are they disappointed? Are they boring? Or are they did not understand a thing? What are you saying? So as a great salesperson, you need to have a backup plan, and you need to have something in your back pocket that you could take it out instantly and change the way you present, the way you talk, that might grab the customers or your prospect attention. Moving on. So the third one is combining your listening and questioning skills. This is a very good element if you can ace it. Fine, you will need to talk less during your sales conversation, and you might be and the buyer might be talking 80% of the time, and the salesperson 20% of the time. So it is a fact. You need to bear with it. Okay, it is because whenever you give them questions, they will answer, and a lot of them will answer, and they will give you a great ideas, a great answer, a critical one, what they want and what they need. It will give you benefits. It will give you benefits for them, and also benefits for your pocket too. So how salesperson question will allow buyer to explain goal? Because a listening skill will allow salesperson to better understand need, allows identification of opportunities for your buyer, allows analysis of potential pitfall in customer current processes. The last one is storytelling. It is an approach a salesperson uses to communicate and create understanding by describing some sort of sequence of event or a narrative. Stories are interesting, create interest, and is also convey interesting situation. Storytelling is a good way of in handling or in giving your sales presentation. Why? Because you know what, this is a fact. Old people, much older people, they tend to love this kind of presentation that have storytelling. That is because to them it is more effective, and they can easily understand all your key points more, and they will remember them longer. So this will help you a lot. This will help your audience a lot too, because sometimes when you just spit out all the facts, all the boring facts, and you just being too formal, sometimes it is boring for them and they are not interested. So you need to change on how you are giving your sales presentation. So this is the parallel dimension of selling. You can see here, when you do a presentation, you need to discuss your product, present marketing plan, explain business proposition, and close. You must always close it. Okay, so you can read it by yourself. Okay, this is the selling process. And this is the environmental step: attention, interest, desire, conviction, and action. It is purchase. The most important thing is to get their attention. When you get their attention, then you need to really work hard to get their interest. Then it will goes to desire, and then it goes to conviction, and the best part is action, where they purchase your product or service. Believe me, after a long tired day, when the buyer do this action, which is purchase, you will feel good. Okay, to end my presentation for today, so I will read this. The core principle makes sense. Sets you apart from the other salesperson who only want to make a sale and a fast dollar. Treat your prospect and customer as your business neighbor. Okay, that's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. If you have any question, you can ask it out. Okay, that's all from us. Bye bye.